There once lived a boy in a forgotten village, where even the wind sounded lonely. Each night he sat by the river, staring into the reflection of a face he did not love. His name is not known, for he never spoke it with pride. He had a shadow, but not the kind that follows you in sunlight. This one lived inside his mind. It whispered at night, "You're not enough. You're a mistake. You're the reason they left." And he believed it. When he failed, he didn't say, "I failed." He said, "Ixay, I am a failure." When they walked away, he didn't think. They left. He thought, "I was never worth staying for." He smiled in crowds, but in silence, he said things to himself he wouldn't say to someone he hated. And he called it truth. But it was self-hate, wearing a mask. And one day, when the weight grew too heavy to carry, he wandered deep into the forest, where the world had no names, and collapsed beneath an ancient tree. Silence, until a voice, not loud, but clear, ancient, alive. "You are not broken," it said, "but something inside you is deeply confused." The boy looked up, and before him stood a sage, barefoot, ageless, eyes like open skies. "Tell me," said the sage, "if a stranger followed you all day, whispering insults in your ear, how long before you collapsed?" The boy whispered, "Not long." "And yet," said the sage, "you've survived years with that voice inside your mind. That is not weakness. That is war." Tears welled in the boy's eyes. "How do I make it stop?" The sage stepped forward. "You don't silence it with anger. You heal it with understanding. The voice isn't your enemy. It is your wounded self, repeating the lies it believed, waiting for you to say, 'That's not true anymore.'" The boy asked, "But how?" And the sage smiled. "Sit with it. Ask it, 'What are you afraid of?' And then speak to it, like a child who has never shown love." The boy asked, "Will it ever leave me?" "No," said the sage. "But one day, it will grow quiet, and it will whisper back, 'Thank you.' And when that day comes, your true voice will rise. The voice that says, 'I was always worthy. I just forgot to remember.'" And days later, the boy returned to the river. The face in the water was the same, but the eyes were different. They were his, not filled with hate, but understanding and something else, peace. He didn't become perfect, he became whole. And now, you, yes, you listening to this. You who smiles outside but bleeds inside. You who hears that voice at night telling you you're not enough. Let me tell you what the boy never knew until the forest, the sage, and the silence. Self-hate is not self-awareness. Tough love is not cruelty. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for surviving. That voice in your head, it was shaped by pain, but it can be retrained by love. Speak to it, not with anger, with compassion. And when it softens, when it trusts you again, you will hear a voice that's been buried for years, your true voice. And it will say something you haven't heard in a long, long time. "I'm proud of you. I see you. You're finally home."